Well, Harvey Weinstein was found guilty today of 2 of the 5 charges that he faced in New York. He was found guilty of rape, third-degree rape, and he's found guilty of a criminal sexual act. And then he was found not guilty on 3 other charges. I normally don't speak out about these cases, but I do in this instance for this reason. Here's a guy who took advantage of his position for years and years and years, and the community, that is the video film community, stayed silent, even though they knew it. And then there was one person that was strong enough to say, no, that's not right. Rape is rape is rape. And then you had these complaints. And honestly, this is just the beginning for him. Now, he was found guilty of 2 charges. One of them is rape, which is a very serious charge. And, you know, his claim is, well, it was consensual. It was consensual. Everything is consensual. That's always the defense. But the jury didn't buy it because the testimony was too compelling. Now, here's the thing we've got to understand. Sexual attacks is an act of violence and domination. It's really not about the sex. The sex drives it. But it's really about an act of domination. My will over your will. And he was going to make sure they submitted to his will. And the jury today said, no, we're not going to let that happen. You're going to be punished for that. And we're going to find you guilty. Now, he's got a sentencing coming up on these charges now, and then there'll be an argument over the sentencing, and then the sentence will occur, and then, of course, he's got the right to appeal these guilty verdicts. Now, the fact that he was only found guilty of 2 of the 5 charges doesn't mean he was not guilty of the other charges. Under the law, the jury had to find beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed those other acts. And the jury was simply unable to do that. So don't get it in your mind that those charges were not well-founded. They just were not, the proof was not sufficient enough to prove them in a criminal court. And it's a high burden, and it ought to be a high burden when we're fixing to take somebody's liberty, okay? But this judge will do the sentencing sometime out here in probably a month or so. And then there'll be an appeal of that. I just want to say that as a community, we need to speak out when there's sexual violence. Let's quit putting it under the rug. It's too important. You know, I don't have daughters, but I've got a granddaughter. And I would sure hate to have the thought of the things that happened to these ladies, at least based on their allegations, the things that happened to these ladies would happen to my granddaughter. And I just hope this sends a message loud and clear through the film industry and through every industry, not just the film industry, but through every industry, that rape is rape is rape. You wouldn't want your daughter to have to live with it, and I don't want my granddaughter to have to live with it.